to train his family. I never wanted to fight. A year and a half ago, my dad, his grandpa passed away, so we fight for him. We love this new family we got. Crew JT, Crew Mason, Crew Matt, Luke, the boys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I appreciate the judges. I did not feel like I won that fight. I don't really want to fight anymore. But Brandon Rollins, I'll roll it back because you deserve it. Thank you, Fight for it. Thank you, Ethan Taylor, Mason Taylor, all the surrounding teams. We all do this out of love. So let's kick each other's ass out of love. I love you all. Let's go.
So the night was July 29th. The show was Fight for It 15, just a week ago. And it was Ryan Taylor taking on Brandon Rollins for the kickboxing championship. This was a 5-round fight. And at the end of the night, Ryan Taylor walked away as the champion. Rollins was clearly upset, clearly distraught in the back, very pissed off and confused. But in the ring, what he didn't know was that Ryan Taylor was saying, hey fans, I appreciate this effort. I wanted to be champion. I wanted this to be my last fight. However, I don't think I won this fight. This was beautiful. This was outstanding. Ryan Taylor is a man of integrity, and he did not feel like he won the fight. And he said, we can get this on a second time, Rollins. We can do this again. So this gave the fight even more intrigue than going into the fight. Going into the fight, I absolutely thought that Rollins was too strong, too athletic, and that, he would give Taylor, too many problems. But his one saving grace was, actually two, was his incredible endurance and fighting with his son on the card, having something to give him purpose and drive. And in my opinion, those things showed up. It showed up where his endurance was there. It worked for him. He had an incredible output. And his son being in his corner, honestly, I've looked at Ryan's previous fights and I thought to myself, this guy's okay, but based on the opponents that he had in front of him, I didn't know if he could handle Rollins, especially in the athletic department. Too big, too strong. But it turns out Ryan Taylor could fight. So the second fight, I think, is going to be incredible. I think it's an incredible build-up. And the reason I say that is because in real combat sports, you don't have a classic story that's in the background. What you have is the guy who chased for the title. And that, a lot of times on the local scene, in our situation, we don't get to hear about that. We don't know about that unless you follow the guy on social media. And that's if he posted. But here we have a built-in story of a guy who won the belt, but he's got such integrity, he feels like he needs to reset the record. He needs to set it straight. And he's going to give Rollins a second chance. But here's the thing. Now he knows that he can fight a guy with more experience. He can fight a guy who's bigger, stronger, more athletic, a guy who has more favorable skills. He knows he can fight with this guy. And I think the second fight just has a different complexion to it. I think now he's going to come out not just only depending on his endurance. He's not just going to weaponize his endurance. He's going to weaponize his endurance behind very specific technical skills. And one of the things I saw was that he could actually win in the hands department. Rollins did better when Rollins was kicking. So I think that you're going to see some hands coming out of Taylor the next time. And I think that you're going to see him positionally controlling the fight. He did a lot better a lot of times when he was able to back Rollins up, whether it meant prevent him from moving forward, push him up against the cage or just move him around inside of the cage. So I think this time you're going to see Ryan Taylor defeat Rollins. You're going to see Papa Bear actually win. And, it's not beyond the possibility. But that's my prediction now, because Ryan Taylor can fight. I mean, the guy can fight beyond his experience level, and he has the physical tools to go with it. And that's important. Now, I don't know if he'll lose that motivation, because he did say, hey, this was supposed to be the last fight, yada, yada, yada. And sometimes it takes a bit much to get up for those things. So I haven't talked to him since that point. So I don't know if he still wants to do that fight. He's going to relinquish the title and let somebody else take it. Fighting, training for fights takes a lot, and it puts a lot onto your body. So we'll see what happens going forward at the next fight for it, or even the one after that. Because now we're moving into, the holiday seasons of the year, come September, October, November, December. We start moving into those times when people get busy, where they get distracted. We'll see if Ryan Taylor still has it in him to want to fight, or even just defend that title against Rollins, or even a third option. He's the champion, and champions get to call the shot sometimes. Maybe he takes a lesser than opponent, maybe not for the title, but just something to stay active, something to give him some thoughts around whether or not he wants to keep it going. You don't know. Ryan Taylor showed incredible integrity by being able to say that, but I had it 3-2 for Rollins, but I don't mind the decision. I tell you why. The swing round was the second round, in my opinion. That round's too close. So I can understand the judges' perspective if they gave that round to Ryan Taylor. And all we can do now is just look forward to the next one. I am Coach Sess, and you've had words with the Mad Coach.